Hi everyone, GIdgetCarrizales, health and life coach here with you. I'm just trying to get all of my devices set up and ready for our live discussion today. We are actually going to be talking about a very hot topic, or at least a very popular buzzword that I have noticed has been coming up all over the place. And we're going to be talking about motivation this week. So there's a lot that I want to cover about motivation, so I decided that I was going to break it up into 5 different segments and just have you guys here with me all week long, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So welcome with me here today. I am actually going to wait just a few seconds. It is Monday, most people are at work, so I'm not really sure how many people that I might have here joining me live today, but that's okay because I am going to share the recorded video later on today. So if you are not able to make it here with me live, no worries, you're going to be able to catch the recording later on today. So just a few more seconds, but you know what, while we are waiting, if you are able to be here with me today and you are tuning in live with me, please go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know that you're here. Give me a wave, say hi, give me a big old heart. Just let me know that you're here with me. And if no one can show up live today, that's okay. I understand. A lot of people are at work and have a lot of different things going on. So again, we'll just wait a few more seconds. And bear with me today as I am running all of my devices on my own. I normally have my wonderful husband, Chris Carrizales, here with me when I am doing live videos, and he is able to help me run the computer, let me know when some comments are coming in while I'm doing my recording on the cell phone, and then I have my notes over here to the left. So I'm juggling all this myself today. So just bear with me. And I hope I can get it up on my computer. Because it's very hard for me to just use the cell phone and be able to see any comments from you guys coming in while I'm recording and looking at the phone. Got myself up on the computer. All right, so if you're here with me, let me know that you're here. Send me a comment, say hi, give me a heart, give me a wave. I hope I'm able to see this right. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I know that everyone is very busy and you don't want to just sit here looking at my face, looking to the right all day long throughout this whole video. So motivation, demotivation, lack of motivation. So I don't know about you guys, but there are days where I feel stuck. I feel overwhelmed, you know, where I feel like there is not one more thing that I can take on in a day without me losing it, right? There are emails piling up, there are deadlines happening, grocery shopping needs to be done, you have to run the kids where the kids need to go, and there are so many things coming at you. And I mean, there are just some days that all I want to do is cry. All I feel like doing is crying. And not to mention throughout all this stuff that we're taking care of every single day, all day long, the emails, cleaning the house, deadlines, kids being run everywhere, laundry needing to be done, dinner has to be cooked, kids have, homework that needs to be done. In all of this, we're also supposed to be taking care of ourselves. Taking time for ourselves, for self-love, self-care, and, appear that we've got our shit together and that everything is perfect, right? Then, you look around at other people, and other people look like they're able to handle it all. They are able to just take everything on. They're so relaxed, they're chilled out. Seems like they don't let anything bother them. They look like they have their shit together. And then you look at yourself, and you look at your life, and you look at your career, your health, your kids, you name it. You start comparing yourself to other people and what it looks like they have going on, what it looks like they are doing better than what you're doing, and you start feeling even worse about your life. So, you feel bad, you get overwhelmed, and you're just like, I just can't possibly be motivated. It is so demotivating. And share with me, am I the only one that experiences this? If you are here with me and you are able to resonate with what I just mentioned and what I'm talking about, go ahead, share in the comments with me. And you know what? Even if you're not here live, that is okay. If you are catching the replay, please still share with me in the comments if anything that I've just mentioned is resonating with you and if you can relate. So when you hear all of these things that I'm mentioning, what is coming up for you? Go ahead and share with me what is coming up with you about demotivation and overwhelm. How is it showing up in your life? And what is it that is actually causing you, or what feeling are you having that is keeping you stuck or unmotivated, demotivated? Go ahead and share with me if anyone is here with me today. It looks like I see a couple of people here, but I'm not seeing any comments. It could be that I'm not doing it right. So if you are commenting and I'm not seeing it, I apologize. Once this is over, I will go back and look at comments and I will reply and answer to those. But all of these things that I'm talking about today, that is why I felt that this would be a very awesome topic to discuss and share with you over this week, because pretty much 100% of my clients that I work with, this is the top #1 thing that comes up in our sessions and our conversations, and that is the lack of motivation that they have, or the demotivation that they have. It is the #1 obstacle in their lives. It is also the #1 obstacle in my life as well, and I'm so positive that so many people can resonate with this. So there are things that actually get you motivated and keep you motivated. But when you feel behind and you feel like you're just not able to keep up with everything, and then you're comparing yourself to other people and what it looks like to you that they are able to keep up with, and it looks like they have their shit together, do you feel motivated or do you feel demotivated? Demotivated, right? How could you possibly be motivated when you're in constant overwhelm and we're comparing ourselves to other people's lives? You just don't want to do anything, right? You get to the point where you just want to lay on the couch, you just want to binge watch TV, you just want to hide away from the world, and you find yourself binging on junk food, chips, cookies, cakes, even wine, alcohol. Anyone? Anyone? Does that resonate with anyone out there? Yes. So, if you're like me, when I am in overwhelm and I feel like there is not one more thing that I can even possibly pile up, or I just feel like everything is piled up so deep I can't even possibly dig my way out of it, I get this long face of dread, and I just sit and I stare. And I look like hell. Anyone? And I'm looking at everything around me and I'm like, how in the hell am I going to get all of this done? I don't even know where to start. I'm so buried in all of this stuff that I can't keep up with, and it is so demotivating, and you just find yourself just staring into space, and then nothing gets done, right? Anyone resonate with that? There's so much on your plate that you just sit in overwhelm and you're looking at everything because you're trying to get everything done at one time, and then you can't, so then you procrastinate, or you just sit on the couch and binge watch TV or stare into space, and then the next thing you know, you're in even more overwhelmed because you didn't get anything done. So there are actually things that get us motivated and keep us motivated. So when all of that negativity is happening and you are just staring with a blank stare and everything around you just seems to be going to hell. So how do you get motivated? And how do you get out of that funk and that place of overwhelm? What I want to share with you is that whenever you feel the pain of frustration, overwhelm, or just feeling stuck or feeling behind, and all you can find yourself doing is staring with a blank face, when you have these feelings, there is pretty much always, 100% of the time, there's an unrealistic expectation. This unrealistic expectation is something that we have placed on ourselves. So hear me again. This is an unrealistic expectation that we have placed on ourselves that tells us that if we fall short in any way whatsoever from what we expect of ourselves, we are failures. And we have failed because we have not met our expectations that we have put on us. We start feeling like we're not enough. I can't handle anything anymore. I'm no good. Who was I to think that I could do this or do that and be able to keep up? And then we start telling ourselves, you know what, it's over. It's over. So you know what? I should just quit because I'm not good enough. I couldn't possibly take all this on, or I can't possibly keep up compared to other people. So now some of those unrealistic expectations that we put on ourselves are, I should have lost that 15 pounds already. And now look, here it is, already the end of the year, and when I started out at the beginning of the year, I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to work out all the time. And guess what? That didn't happen. So it's now at the end of the year, and then we start beating ourselves up. And I apologize for the dogs. The mailman is here, and the dogs don't like the mail truck. And then there's, I should have stopped drinking sodas already. That's really loud, and I apologize. I should have been able to get all of my emails out today or answered today. I should be further along in my career. Hopefully that stops soon. The mailman is bringing a package to the door. See? Nothing is perfect. Cabo, come here, buddy. Cabo. Hey, Cabo. The world doesn't want to hear you. I should have put the dogs outside first. Hey, Cabo, come here, bud. Come here, come here. Come here, say hey to everybody. Come here. Come here. Get your mind off the mailman. Hi, everybody. I'm the one making all this noise. No, no, no. Leave the mailman alone. Of course, the mailman wants to park in front of our house today and then walk up and down the street and deliver mail. That's enough. No. 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 Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Hi. I think I'm big. Sorry, folks. All right, go. Go, go, go. No more barking. I'm gonna put him outside real quick. Bear with me. I'm back. Sorry about that. So, back to unrealistic expectations. Well, one unrealistic expectation of mine today was, hey, everything's gonna go perfect today in this live video. Well, guess what? It's not happening. All right, so getting back to the I shoulds, okay? So the unrealistic expectations that we put on ourselves. I should have stopped drinking sodas already. I should have been able to get all of my emails answered today. I should be further along in my career. I should be able to take on these extra courses while I'm working a full-time job, being a mom, a wife, taking care of the kids. I should be able to work, keep my house clean, and keep all of my laundry done and put away at all times. I should be able to shave my legs every day. That's a big one for me. I should be able to cook a healthy dinner and have it on the table, ready to eat by 6:30 p.m. every single day. I should have the perfect relationship. I should be able to work out every day. I should be able to take cupcakes or some sort of snacks to all of my child's fun activities and functions at school. The I shoulds, right? Who has them? Who has the I shoulds? Go ahead and share with me. And if you're not here live, go ahead and share with me in the comments anyway. If you're catching this replay, I would love to hear from you, and I will be looking at the comments and I will be answering back. So I want you to go ahead and share with me your I should that has already come up for you today. I know you've had one. We all have them. So share with me in the comments your I should or I should have that came up for you either today or maybe last night before you went to bed. Who does that happen to? You're going to bed, you're tired, you're exhausted, and you kind of scan your day, and all you can think about are all the things that you didn't do, that you didn't get done, that you shoulda, coulda, woulda, and then you lay there awake thinking about all that stuff and then feeling guilty, and you're starting to feel overwhelmed, and you get that anxiety, that panic attack because there's something that you should have done that you didn't do. Yes, it happens on the regular, all the time. So go ahead and share with me if you're here. So, what happens with the unrealistic expectations and all of these I shoulds, we just keep stacking these unrealistic expectations on ourselves. Just one after another, right? We just keep doing it. So what we have to do to get unstuck and back into action, to get us motivated and to take action, is that we have to get really good at noticing when we are doing this to ourselves. We have to get really good at noticing where and when we are creating our own unrealistic expectations. Right? We want to notice these unrealistic expectations and replace them with realistic expectations. So, there are 5 common thoughts or feelings that will kill your motivation. And these 5 common thoughts or feelings are going to fuel your unrealistic expectations. Right? This is what I'm going to be sharing with you all this week. So, the reason why I'm so passionate about this topic and the reason why I chose it this week is that this topic is actually something that I have struggled with for years. I'm much better at it these days, but now don't get me wrong, I still struggle with it. I still struggle with it on a day-to-day basis. However, I've learned to sniff it out. I've learned to sniff out where my unrealistic expectations are showing up and how to turn it around. But I want to share with you also that this has not always been the case for me. I used to be a huge martyr. Anyone? Martyrism? I'm actually now a recovering martyr. So for years, I used to think that I had to have everything perfect. I used to think that I had to do it all. I had to work a full-time job and keep the house spotless every single day and keep all the laundry done and put away and have the kids and all of these different activities and be able to run them here and run them there and do the grocery shopping and keep up with the birthdays and keep up with, the Joneses with having the best birthday parties for my kids and stuff like that. Luckily, I had this therapist that was very real with me, and she got very point blank straight up with me and pretty much said, okay, so what is everything that you feel like you have to be doing every day? And that's when I listed, I work a full-time job, I'm a single mom, I'm a manager, I have all these people looking up to me and counting on me, I have to keep my house clean, I have to run here, I have to run there, I have to do this, I have to do that. And she looked at me one day and she said, oh, and I also want to add to you guys that being this way in my life led me to being very sick. I got very sick. I was run down. I was not nourishing my body. I wasn't taking care of myself. And my body started shutting down because I thought I had to do everything. I thought I had to be super mom, super woman, super wife, super whatever. I had to be super at it. I had to be a super manager. I had to be the best at this, the best at that. I thought I had to be, well put together. I thought my hair had to be perfect. I thought my makeup had to be perfect. Even just to go out to the freaking grocery store. I wouldn't be caught dead going out without my hair fixed and my makeup and me looking, nice because I thought I was going to be judged. But until my therapist years ago looked at me and said, who is going to be there for your children and your loved ones? Who is going to take care of all of this stuff that you are mentioning that has to be done? Who's going to do it when you're not here anymore, any longer? Who's going to be here to handle all of that stuff? Who's going to be here to watch your kids grow up? Who's going to be here to watch your grandchildren grow up when you are gone? Because if you do not start learning how to say no and setting realistic expectations for you in your life, you are going to die. Point blank. And folks, that hit me in the heart like a ton of bricks. And from that point on, it wasn't easy, but from that point on, I started having to reevaluate what was most important in my life and what needed to be done. And I had to reevaluate what I could let go and what had to be done realistically for me in my life. So just wanted to share a little bit of that with you. So again, learning to say no and to let go of the small stuff was one of the best things that I ever did. And it wasn't easy. It took practice, and still to this day, I am still making sure that I am stepping back and looking at the realistic versus the unrealistic that I'm putting on myself. So we have to see, where am I believing that I should be? I should be. I should. Where are we believing? Instead, we need to be looking at where and realizing that, wait a minute, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. This is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing and at the pace that I am doing it at. So again, we want to sniff out the unrealistic expectations and we want to replace them with the realistic expectations. So, we are going to discuss this week all 5 top unrealistic expectations and how to replace them with realistic expectations. The one that we are actually going to discuss today, drum roll please, is perfectionism. Perfectionism. Anyone a perfectionist? Anyone want to share with me here? If you are not here with me live, go ahead and share even in the replay. Let me know how perfectionism shows up in your life. So perfectionism looks like I should be doing X perfectly, right? I should be keeping my house spotless perfectly. I should be getting the laundry done and put away perfectly. I should be able to shave my legs every day perfectly. Perfectionism is a huge one for me as well, which has had a huge part in playing in my motivation and demotivation. If you suffer from perfectionism, give me a big capital YES in the comments. So, the unrealistic expectation around perfectionism is I should be doing X. Career, management, handling, all of my emails daily and getting back to everyone, returning all of my voicemails, making sure my kids get their homework done every single night. Whatever. I should be doing all of this perfectly. And anything less than perfect is failure, right? So that must mean that this is not the right time to do whatever it is that I'm trying to do. This isn't the right time for me to be exercising, or this isn't the right time for me to be eating healthy and losing weight. This isn't the right time for me to follow my dream or my calling. We make up these excuses because we have fallen short of our own expectations and our unrealistic expectations. This isn't the right time for me to change careers. This isn't the right time for me to take a vacation. This isn't the right time for me to be addressing my health. This isn't. I should put myself and my future on hold until everything can be perfect. Anyone ever said that? If everything can't be lined up perfectly, and I am not getting the most out of it, or I can't do it perfectly, then I should hold off or quit. Right? Just quit, give up, because I can't do it perfect. So I'm not going to do it at all. Who has said this before? So let me share with you my perfectionism. Perfectionism has shown up in my life over and over and over. So those of you that know me, some of you that may not know me, I have a huge fear of talking in front of people, getting up and speaking in front of a group of people. I don't know why. And it's not just this nervousness that, the normal nervousness that you get. It is a debilitating fear that when I get up and I talk in front of people, I see all eyes on me, everyone turning to me, and I start having these panic attacks, these anxiety attacks. My throat starts swelling up, I get tunnel vision, my ears start ringing, because I have set an unrealistic expectation that I have to be perfect. I have to be perfect, I have to look perfect, I have to sound perfect, I can't make any mistakes, or people are going to judge me, or people are going to think that I don't know enough. Why am I standing up there talking to them about this or about that? And that was, my career in the last several years, can you believe it or not, was a corporate trainer. That kind of fell in my, it just happened. So, the previous company that I worked for came to me asking me if I would be the company trainer. So I said yes. And I learned ways of getting through my fears and how to look at my unrealistic expectations and set the realistic expectations. Even now with these videos, with my new career now, being a health and life coach, being out there on social media and doing videos and doing lives like I am today, all of this is new to me. And all of this, I catch myself in this panic because I am hyping it up to how it is supposed to look, how it is supposed to be perfect, and how I need to look perfect, how I can't make any mistakes, I gotta do everything right, I gotta look perfect, people might judge me if I make a mistake. The unrealistic expectation that I set on myself is that I have to be perfect and that I can't make any mistakes and all of these things. But the realistic expectation, and this is what I have to calm myself down and tell myself, the realistic expectation is Gidget. You are not perfect. No one is perfect. You have a ton of knowledge and life experience to share with people, and you are in this career to help others in the same way and the same things that you have gone through in life and the same things that you have learned in life. And you do not have to be perfect. And the messages that you have for people may not resonate with everyone, and not everyone may want to hear what you have to say, but there are a lot of people out there that it will resonate with, and there are a lot of people out there that do want to hear what I have to say. And things are not going to go perfect in your videos even if they're live. It is what it is. And guess what? The universe taught me today that things are not going to go perfect in your video. Hence why the dogs were barking and going crazy at the mailman. So things are going to happen and we just have to roll with it. So the realistic expectation is get out there, do what you can do to the best of your ability, and everything else is just going to fall into place. What gets us stuck is the unrealistic expectation that everything has to be perfect. And if I continue to wait on everything to be perfect, I would still be at my previous job. I wouldn't be in this new career following my dream and my calling of helping people with their health and life situations and helping them becoming the best versions of themselves. So, the realistic expectations are and should be to trade perfectionism for presence. Trade perfectionism for presence. And to stretch ourselves and to allow ourselves to be a B student instead of an A student at life. A B student instead of an A student at life. Life is not about doing things perfectly. And if you have to be perfect, then you cannot sustain motivation. You are going to be stuck constantly. You're going to be stressed out constantly because you're constantly trying to be perfect. Those two things just do not go together. Perfectionism and motivation. They don't go together. So if you have to be perfect, then you will stay stuck in demotivation or making excuses for why it just isn't the right time, for this, for that, for a career change, for taking care of myself, for investing in myself to have better health and become a better me. Or there just isn't any time for me. I have no time to take for myself. There's never going to be a perfect time in life. There isn't. So what I want to tell you today is that as you go on about your day, scan your day. Where is perfectionism showing up in your day-to-day, in your life? And whose definition of perfect are you trying to live up to? What is most important for you in your life? What are the realistic expectations that you can handle and that you can take on in your life and what you have on your plate? Because we spend so much time looking at other people's lives and how they do things, and that looks perfect. Oh wow, they're doing such an awesome job at that. So if I do it, I have to do it exactly the way they do. I have to be perfect just like them. And we set these unrealistic expectations of thinking that we have to be exactly like everyone else, and we don't. So once you decide what and who is most important to you and your life, put those things at the top of your priority and define for you what is perfect based on your abilities and needs and desires and beliefs. Everything else is going to fall into place. And you know what? It'll get done when it gets done. The world is not going to end. You're still going to be alive. Your kids are still going to be alive and taken care of properly. So, focus on what is most important for you. And remember, perfectionism is our own unrealistic expectations that we have placed on ourselves. So when we find ourselves doing that, we need to take a step back and evaluate what the expectation is that we're putting on ourselves and whose version or definition of perfect are we trying to live up to. So I want to thank you all so much for joining me here today. If you are watching the replay, thank you so much for catching the replay, and feel free to drop any comments. I will be looking at those comments and will be answering those back and replying. I hope that this was helpful for someone today, and if it was, awesome, tell other people about it. And don't forget to tune in with me here every day this week at 11 a.m. while I cover the other 4 top thoughts or feelings that we have that put unrealistic expectations on ourselves that create our demotivation or our motivation. So, what will tomorrow's topic be? Well, you got to tune in to find out. So I will see you all then tomorrow at 11 a.m. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I greatly appreciate it. I do apologize for my dog event that happened. But hey, I am okay with being perfectly imperfect. Thank you. Have a beautiful day, and here's to your health. and it's not stopping. I guess it's going to stop when it's ready to stop.